forgot to press the button. Alright, what the heck am I doing now? Let's talk to Nia, or Zia.
So many secrets in there, and she can't even read it. Her father's own journal. Girl tried to run away from home one time, but the marshals stopped that, didn't they? Sure, the world's all gone to pieces farther than the eye can see, but leave it to this gal to point out the amazing view. Most of the Ura never got a taste of Ceylondia's fine goods, unless they were born and raised in the city like Zia here.
Lightning fast flurry of strikes that can cut through even the toughest arch. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get to use all of those things. He's like, I didn't ask you about that, and then I gave it to her, and then I interacted with her over it. Would I lose the ability to interact with the others over it? That's Zolf about the journal from Zia's campground. Okay. Ask Zolf about the journal from Zia's campground.
A scientific journal written in Zolf's native tongue. He learned so much from it. Too much. If only I'd known half the secrets of the Calamity were tucked away in that book, I'd have worked to translate it right away.
Yeah, so Zolf kind of goes off the deep end. Although, what do you think? You think he gave up on it? Can you give it to me? I'm saying after new game plus ones before new game plus. Just try using the crapper one. Although, I can also do the breaker one. Grab the thing over here. I'm gonna try and smoke, but oops.
Kid's surprised when I tell him there's only one core left. I shouldn't have believed it either.
Probably want to build that fourth because that just leaves it like off on the side out of the way. It's also the one he's worried about.
Behold the Pantheon. Piv. A Kobe.
Around the same time, like just a little bit before, like 2 years before Bioshock Infinite, but there's a lot of similarities. I guess, well, Flying City, I guess, at the base, which I wasn't even thinking about that, but it's like the music seems to be like a fair amount of like overlap in the music.
We track the final core beyond the city to the wilds.
I'm being disappointed that nothing over Super, at least in the moment. Maybe I'm wrong in this remembering though. The wild outskirts or detected. The wild outskirts. The wild outskirts.
That's the edge of the wilds, where Johnson and his boys disappeared.
The cook.
The wild unknown. Place can eat a man alive. Place is so raw, even the Calamity couldn't cook it. Not all of it.
Well, it's been like over 2 months since I've played, last I checked. So, end of January to now, that's February, March, yeah, a little bit of April. Like, it's the last day of January, or maybe it was like the last day, and I played on the 30th of 31st in the morning. Maybe I played early maybe I played evening 31st. I don't remember. Anyways, point is, it's been over 2 months since I played. Hopefully, I don't get cooked.
Know what's better than having a slinger pistol in a fight? Having two.
This looks awesome.
Savage things lurking at every turn.
Oh, hello. Glad I got it. Freaking.
Pin cushions ain't the worst of it either.
I don't remember these pistols at all, I don't think, when I played this mobile outlet. mysterious, freaking sticky key. Yeesh. Oh, okay. Time to heal. Okay, I'm like heck rusty. Alright, time to move.
Pecker's got the core, like they're building a bastion of their own. The welcoming committee scrambles to attention. Didn't expect the kid so soon. They shouldn't have let their guard down. Getting that core was one thing. Getting out's gonna be another. He digs his way out of the clearing, but the wilds won't let him go without a fight. Wallflowers survive the calamity.
Alright. That's horrific looking. Oh, I think I vaguely remember these.
It toughened him up.
They said wallflowers didn't have flowers. I heard wallflowers. Wallflowers survive the calamity. Not wallflowers didn't survive the calamity.
Good thing pin cushions can't see where they're shooting.
That's a lie. They totally can see where they're shooting.
Best take it real slow when pin cushions are afoot.
Looking at the shield up, that's funny. Kinda wish I had the shotgun still. Ah, there we go. Now I got science and skills. Like I said, I brought the thing here to this place, so.
Slinger Jawson's old outpost is all that's left of him.
So then we're like set up outside of the city then if there's this outpost out here.
A handful of windbag shipments made it out this far. Kid's seen the last of them.
Something greasy, an upgrade material for the dueling pistols. 2 of it. Did I get? Unless I got something elsewhere.
Kid's faster than a slinger with those guns.
Dang it, that's like a waste of a heal. For the XP over the like 1 damage I took. Oh, whack, okay. I feel like there's something hidden in that, but whatever.
Jawson's boys left all kinds of stuff out here. Kid's roused up half the wilds by now.
Oh, what did I just go through?
Then Kid gets the feeling he's being watched. Not by me, by a lunkhead. And lunkheads ain't fond of two-legged animals. Hit him anywhere but the hindquarters and he only make him mad. Leave it to the kid to make time for stomping swamp weeds. By now, Kid's got more needles in him than a stab weed. Wild green vine apples, about the only good thing out here.
Cancel the animation. Do I lose them with heals?
Hardly any signs of the old Jawson camp.
Why that's a strike. The cart isn't.
Sees a smooth black stone coughed up by the calamity. Be seeing plenty more.
For sure.
The wilds already reclaimed this place.
Something foul, an upgrade material for a certain weapon. Huh. Now that's what's causing problems.
He's anxious to get back.
Where I started over there? I wonder if that potion was picked up by the... whatchamacallit. Picked up by, like, the toad thingy.
After all, he's got the final core. His journey's over, right? Well, no. It ain't. Not by a long shot.
Oh.
Kid knows something's up when we ain't there to give a warm welcome. See, Zolf and I were just wrapping up a heated discussion. Zolf can barely muster the words. The calamity failed, he says, but I will not. And with that, Zolf leaves us here, alone.
Okay, sorry, he was a turncoat.
Zolf cursed the city, cursed the Bastion, cursed me, said he was going home. When Zolf got through reading that journal, he just snapped, started smashing up the monument till I tried to stop him. Zolf banged up the monument pretty bad. But there's a way to put it back together. The shards. We're gonna need all of them to nurse the Bastion back to health.
It's 100% damage or counter the all head shield. Oh, okay, liquor. It's 100% damage when counter blocking with full health. Lunkhead liquor. Plus 100% damage when counter blocking with the full head shield. Bitter leathery flavor comes from bits of lunkhead scales. Bitter leathery flavor comes from bits of lunkhead scales. This isn't actually. The main character's not actually a kid. It's just the old man's old, so he's calling the young 20-year-old guy a kid. Whale ale available plus 25% damage. Use secret skill. Mariners can kind of take this addiction. See them blue red water. Let's go to the red one. Stabs available. Automatically retaliate damage. Waxy thirst punching drink. Fun from arms down. Waxy thirst punching drink. Falling from ground stabbed. Putting up the needles is to the root. Effective.
Stab-synth is like drinking a cool breeze. Just don't go spitting needles everywhere. The city brought the shards to the wilds. Now the kid's gonna bring 'em back. Slinger Range is where the city's quickest pistoliers put themselves to the test. You have to think fast to survive the wilds, and none thought faster than the Slingers. They could shoot their pistols with the speed of a machine. They knew just when to start shooting and when to stop. Those pistols could spit out rounds just as quick as you could pull the trigger.
Mashing right click's kind of wild.
Learning to hold your fire could be its own challenge.
I don't know why those missed, but...
The Slingers were much quicker than the average pistolier.
Really? I don't know why I'm missing.
The Slingers could plug you full of holes faster than you could say draw. The Slingers like to edge each other out using customized pistols. Eventually, it all comes down to reflexes.
I don't know what dictates the accuracy, but... See, like, that doesn't make any sense to me. I'm holding shift.
Just because you're fast don't mean you gotta be reckless.
I don't think this I don't think this is possible without enough green. Oi!
fast you are. You can always get faster.
Got my stringy.
Well, even the slingers weren't quick enough to escape the calamity.
Don't want to spend. Are you? Man, that was insulting. I think I need that ammo buff or that accuracy buff. I felt like it was going better than the other ones, so I didn't even get 500. If I break 500 again, I'm gonna go and get the accuracy buff. Probably need a damage buff, if that doesn't do it. Alright, that's annoying. That's annoying. Just to break 500 again. There's a couple runs where I'm like pretty sure I could have broke 600 or whatever, but maybe I would have just gotten close. It's like stuff like that is just like I can't. Oh, shut up, Ray. Oh, that's a balls. Oh, wait, nine. Alright. Well. They don't upgrade the pistol. Oh. It's nighttime? That's a thing? Really pretty. Has that always been a thing? Alright. All scatter eliminated.
Takes a lot of moving pieces to make a dependable sidearm.
What bullet chambers built in? Ultralight bullet chambers built to be loaded and unloaded quickly at no expense of stopping power. Heavy-duty bullet chambers made for use against larger targets, but no less useful against smaller ones. So is the mobile version just smaller? Did I not actually beat the mobile version? I thought I did. It's possible that after this it kind of opens up and you're not really getting any unlocks. You're just getting resources to buy unlocks. So it goes way faster because I'm not stopping to read and interact with stuff like this. I'll have to try and install Bastion and boot up and see if it still has my save from, I think, literally 11 years ago. I think it was 2014 when I played through that. Sophomore year. 2012, 2013, 2013, and 2014. Actually, it might have been 2013 when I played through it. Going on 12 years. 11 and a half years. Yep, that is dead accurate. Like 20 under, I know, is because of that. I'm gonna give it one more go, but I think I'm gonna have the damage upgrade. Just the extra rounds in the chamber and the faster reloading are utterly useless for this. Trying to restart this. Use flip-flop so. 1.9 where it was last time. Might be more because I was trash talking. Actually, this has given me some flashbacks. The whistle is. I don't think I did this. Travel times are the that's for sure. Things getting closer to it's not really going to save me a couple points at most. And slow down my shooting. Slow down my shooting. Oh, I can just hold shift. I don't even have to. Oh. Oh, I can hold shift down? Okay, let's try this. Let's try it again. I can be lame and just hold shift down. Oh, I'm still behind. I'm behind though. Ugh. Bringing. So close. Oh. Wait a minute. Should like rebind. See if I can dual bind both click buttons. Maximize my click speed. Oh dang nabbit. Here's some bots. Actually, that is a dumb idea. We're risky. Is that supposed to be a fall-off point? I mean, I'm assuming still. It's like. get penalized for that? You do get penalized. Okay, I'm gonna reset this. Come on. Pick up your thoughts. I wasn't gonna wear whiskey the needle one. I already worked my butt off on that one. I got the hammer issue, but dang. Check your thoughts. Oh my god. Sleep at the wheel. Ah, man. Oh, wait.
I gotta say, kid's the fastest shot I ever seen.
Lead. Slinger Storm.
He blew through slinger range like it was nothing.
Slinger Storm.
A pair of slinger pistols is just the ticket if a hammer's too slow. Kid pays another visit to the scrapyard for old time's sake. Worked too slow and all you got was a sore back. Some folks invested their earnings to forge even better hammers. A good day's smashing could feed a family for a week.
Oh, hello. Shocked I got second place. Have I seen that before and I just was like oblivious to it like an idiot? Dual ranged weapons, variable fire rate, limited by the user's light speed. Small enough to be used in pairs. These pistols grew popularity beyond the walls at the ramp. These pistols grew popularity beyond small to be used in pairs. These pistols grew popularity beyond the walls. Alright, ambush. Oh. Anyways, missing 5 weapons. Wow. Surprised I just got second one.
Always plenty there for smashing.
I just accidentally like did a good job mounting stuff. Why is it doing that? I didn't earn anything. Why is it pointing at that? Just too quick reset before the arrow could show up in like the other places. What the heck?
Work in the yard did have its risks.
I don't think that's gonna be possible. I mean, could be maybe I can learn, but can't use the skills. Oh no, never mind. That's not gonna help at all. that's why I came out swinging so hard. Should have plus the first time because I would roll, slam, roll, slam, roll, slam. There's seriously a gap there? That's retarded. Really? That's lovely.
The less said about Drawson Bog, the better. That place will eat your mind. After Zolf's little episode, Kid sets off in search of shards. First stop, Drawson Bog. You'll get lost in that bog, I told the kid, and I won't be able to guide you back.
Dang, I got caught up on the episode line.
Well, I let him go. What else could I do? What could any of us do? Zolf put us in a real bind. Hurt the Bastion bad. But the shards can make it better. They're like smaller doses of the core's medicine.
Actually, I think I remember this now. I remember the turncoat vaguely. I was kind of like, I'm suspicious of this guy. I don't want to be found. But I think I remember the shards and being like, really? Shards? They're meant for. I don't think I was necessarily upset or mad, but it was kind of like, really? We're going from cores to shards? Just more of the same. I mean, the game's still gorgeous, still cool. It's just weird that it's just like the same MacGuffin, just part 2.
Shame the only place to fill that prescription is out here in the wilds. This place is intoxicating.
Oh, wow.
where he's gone. Might be gone for good for all I know.
Little.
Wherever he is, it's somewhere I've never been. Somewhere I never want to go.
I have no recollection of this whatsoever, though. Oh, hey.
The dead welcome him with open arms. Kid pops him good. That a survivor? No, ma'am. It's a lonesome ghost of a gas fella. What do you say to a kid who's seen too much? I'm Zolf of the Ura. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Now the kid sees something stranger still. Did anybody else survive?
Oh, the freaking, like, is it binaural or audio? It's the bi-directional audio. That's like whack.
Sure enough, he finds kid can't fall no matter how hard he tries.
Crap. What it... What was the line? Sure enough, he finds what?
After Zolf's little episode, Kid sets off in search of shards. First stop, Jawson Bog. You'll get lost in that bog, I told the kid, and I won't be able to guide you back. Well, I let him go. What else could I do? What could any of us do? Zolf put us in a real bind. Hurt the Bastion bad. But the shards can make it better. They're like smaller doses of the core's medicine.
Have it.
Shame the only place to fill that prescription is out here in the wilds. This place is intoxicating. Don't know where he's gone. Might be gone for good for all I know. Somewhere I never want to go.
Oh, I see.
The dead welcome him with open arms. Kid pops him good. That a survivor?
Oh,
Oh, ma'am. It's a lonesome ghost of a gas fella. What do you say to a kid who's seen too much? I'm Zolf of the Ura. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Now the kid sees something stranger still. Did anybody else survive? Sure enough, he finds peckers, lunkheads, wallflowers, pincushions, vine apples, swamp weeds, ankle gaiters. There's no way out.
Are you ball crapping me? That's my first time ever getting down. Okay, I'm actually livid about that. What the heck was that? Doing it again. Use again. So ridiculously cheated.
After Zolf's little episode, Kid sets off in search of shards. First stop, Jawson Bog. You'll get lost in that bog, I told the kid, and I won't be able to guide you back. Well, I let him go. What else could I do? What could any of us do? Zolf put us in a real bind. Hurt the Bastion bad. But the shards can make it better. They're like smaller doses of the core's medicine.
Sure that I can't reload these.
Shame the only place to fill that prescription is out here in the wilds. This place is intoxicating. Don't know where he's gone. Might be gone for good for all I know. Wherever he is, it's somewhere I've never been. Somewhere I never want to go. They're there and welcome him with open arms.
I definitely play with headphones too. Like
Kid
not playing
pops
with
him
headphones.
good. That a survivor? No, ma'am. It's a lonesome ghost of a gas fella.
Bird or something. Stone guy.
What do you say to a kid who's seen too much? I'm Zolf of the Ura. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Now the kid sees something stranger still. Did anybody else survive? Sure enough, he finds peckers, lunkheads, wallflowers, pincushions, vine apples, swamp weeds, ankle gators.
I guess it only auto like. Yeah, this thing like can't move. Oh, come on. Ser- Come on! No! That was obnoxious. Trees and fossils back there.
Now the Bastion can send him even farther into the wild unknown. Kid sets foot inside one of Caelondia's famous watering holes. The security's just gonna have to straighten him out. He has the nerve to flash the shield he stole. He's a petty thief. Kid succeeds where the calamity failed. Would you look at what he did to poor old Ronnie the bartender? Proper story's supposed to start at the beginning. It's so simple with this one. Now here's a kid whose whole world's alright, snoozing there on a rock in the sky. He wakes up. I'm just fooling. He sees what's left of the rippling walls. Years of work undone in an instant. He sees what's left of Pith, the bull. The gods, they're all undone. He sees what's left of his lifelong friend. His friend, he's come undone too. He sees what's left undone. Thought we'd lost him, but he finally comes to.
Oh, this guy's somewhere this place.
The shard ain't lost either. Not anymore. Now to find a ticket out of this hole. Kid doubles back, just in case he missed something. Stay out in the wilds long enough. It messes with your head. Best not to stick around too long in a place like this. Disgusting things. Ever heard of a lung blossom? It's bigger than the stories say. Hard to get a sure footing in the bog. The breath on that thing, Like a scumbag sprung a leak. They say one whiff of lung blossom can make you lose your mind.
I frickin' healed! Come on. Go kill yourself.
Well, a kid prunes it down to size somehow.
I healed, game. I want to frickin' shout out people, man. I'm so tired of evil, demonic thoughts. Jesus Christ, God of Abraham, please cleanse me of the dealings of thoughts and lies. Jesus Christ, God of Abraham, please cleanse me of these bullshits.
Mother only knows what happened in the bog. Kid never much cared to speak of it. A shard is like a poor man's core, but beggars can't be choosers. That's it. A few more shards like that, and we'll be back in business. A single shard can breathe new life into this place. The shard's got enough juice to spruce up any of these places. Oh, even podcast. Shut up. The memorial may be finished, but our part is far from over.
Spoilers.
He ain't all that shy. The city tried to use the shards to stake out the wilds. So much for that plan. The Bastion, Caelondia's safe haven, once the highest point in the city. Too bad it wasn't finished before the calamity struck. Rothus Lagoon. Even the brushers stopped going there. Didn't like being eaten. Ankle gators used to roam the wilds, and they nested at Rothus Lagoon. Many a tale folks used to scare their children straight originated here. All kinds of beasts what don't know up from down, still lurking about. Only the city's brushers knew their way around the lagoon. These beasts, they don't like company. Can't get hasty in a place like this.
That was a thing.
Even the brushers learned to fear this place.
Oh, nice.
They used to think that ankle gators were extinct. Well, they ain't. One of them's been living in the tall grass. They called her Queen Anne. The lagoon's got plenty of other dangers, of course. Turns out Queen Anne got a hold of a shard. Ankle gators love shiny things. Know what smells worse than an ankle gator's breath? The stinkweed. Ain't time for pecker hunting, but the kid can't resist.
Couldn't I parry that?
Can't fight Queen Anne without the proper tools.
Whoa.
The brushers use their pikes to keep their distance around here. Now the kid can do the same. sharp sticks make Queen Anne nervous, so she backs off a bit. Most of those peckers are smart enough to stay out of Queen Anne's way.
Shut up, you.
Kid's got a mean throwing arm.
What? Show surpassing skill with the brusher's pike. Pierce a foe with a thrust, then quickly finish it with a throw. The brushers. Show surpassing skill with the brusher's pike. Pierce a foe with a thrust, then quickly finish it with a throw. Oh. Oh, like
Those pincushions been living off the ankle gator's scraps. Queen Anne can't fit down some of these narrow paths. Queenie leads the kid into some kind of twisted trap. One bad step in that tall grass and he's Queen Anne's lunch.
How do we know that Queen Anne has the shard, or is that a retrospective thing? Because I don't think we ever saw the shard. We saw
He holds his ground. Seems the Queen's running out of options. Still no sign of the shard.
Weird, so I have to stab before I can throw.
The closer you get to an ankle gator's lair, the thicker the tall grass grows. Kid's gotta make a run for it.
There's the call.
That old gator's right on his tail. Queenie must have scared a bunch of peckers out of hiding. Seems even stinkweeds know to stay away from the Queen. Queen's got one mean bite.
Of course I had to cough right when walked in range. Oh, come on. Right, that's like one of my biggest complaints about this game.
Best
Are you...
not to feed the local wildlife.
Zed, you freaking rolled facing forward like of all things. It's a terrible design decision. Oh. Oops. Oh, balls.
Ankle gators don't much care for their young. That's why there ain't many around.
I wonder how does he miss that?
Wanna know how to find an ankle gator lair? You use a kid as bait. Now she's coming for him. She's got nowhere else to go.
Oh, come on!
They say if you run across an ankle gator, you better keep running. The shard's sitting in plain view. He's got it, and now to finish her off. She's starting to get annoyed. He's made her mad. Rest in peace, Queen Anne. That was for the brushers. Kid's done what needed to be done. Queen Anne's reign is over. We even got a crown jewel. That Gator's a crazy gal, but so is the gal who promised to look after her. They said Queen Anne was just a folktale. Now there's living proof she ain't.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Still no mail. Go figure. Never could ask for a song.
Oh wow, okay. That's actually really crass. That's actually really dark. I mean, this wasn't a kid's game. That's for damn sure.
He's a spitting image of Slinger Jawson with that pike and them pistols. The Slingers. The Wilds were their calling. The Brushers. They moved in shadows, but the Calamity found them.
Spoilers. Spoilers.
All that trouble for a single shard. But you know what? It was worth it. Ain't saying much, but that's the greatest forge in all the city.
I should have noticed that. They fell off and fly. Uh-oh. Okay. It's not zero. What? Not zero. Come on. Okay. Shit.
The next shard should be farther out there in the wilds.
Let's try to keep going. Get achievement. Oh, there's an achievement which we need than that one. A.
Over there is Camp Dauncey, where the Brushers steel themselves for secret missions.
Don't.
To prepare for the wilds, Ceylandia's Brushers practice at Camp Dauncey. Had to navigate a maze of pincushions with nothing but a pike. It's a dangerous test for a dangerous job. Health tonics were off limits at Camp Dauncey. They said they made you weak. The rules said he couldn't use any fancy footwork, just your brains and your pike.
Really outfitting about this.
Just getting through the course in one piece was an accomplishment.
Under 90 seconds. I wasn't that far off. Ah,
You can see why the Brushers prize those pikes of theirs.
that's what my plan
The
was.
Brushers were Ceylandia's field agents, and their training was harsh.
What the?
You had to find a path through the maze as quick as you could. One well-placed throw could take out several of those ugly critters.
I don't know if I call them critters, but yeah.
If you did all right at Camp Dauncey, you got to go to the wilds.
Back out there. Yeah, I figured it was gonna be just 2 seconds. Is there a different one for each? Interesting if they like kept the shrines system. I don't think Bastion invented that though.
Sometimes the course was brutal.
That was the
Prep for the
series of
course, the brushers
BS.
could modify their pikes however they wanted.
Thanks for the tooltip, Cam.
There wasn't time to squash every pincushion, just the ones in the way.
This game, tell me that was a useless one. Is there like an AI that like keeping track of which ones I need to hit and which ones I don't? Even with the death, it's still not a terrible time. Is that an outburst?
Once you started the course, they made you finish.
This run's almost guaranteed shot, but really, I threw it. Oh, it pauses when I go down. Whack. Defeated. Shut up, game. Biscuit, are you freaking kidding me? no fancy fork allowed, but one of the skills I can purchase for this weapon is a freaking insect glaive vault. Which is like the fanciest of fork. How did I get hit? The rearm time is killing me. I really not have an easy reset. On the old video games. Why did he hit the throw? I should wear it. Is that making it shake? No, you mother frickin'. I'm not getting hit. On my screen, I'm not getting hit. If I ever make an isometric game, I'm gonna work so hard to make sure the hitbox lines up where it looks like it does. Why did I waste time on that? What hit me? How is that hitting me? Go screw yourself, game devs. I don't know what you're thinking. But like, come on, really? I pressed E before I got hit. That hit me? How did that hit me? Oh my gosh, eye rolls until they unscrew from my socket. Come on. Watch. Oh, seriously, go die in a hole, these stupid. The more I engage with these stupid, evil, intrusive freaking thoughts, the worse my brain is getting. The worse my mental health is gonna get. Shut up. Why is there not an easy restart? There's not an easy freaking restart. You have to kill yourself to do it. That's so dumb. Frick, I'm on the wrong side. How did that hit me? It's so dumb. It's all been game design too, where it's just like I just didn't really know how to make save states. Save state, so. Yeah, great job. Excuse me? Okay. I just steer. Damn it. Come on. Come on, I pressed E, game. I love retarded hitboxes. It makes me so happy. I like... Seriously, can I not? Really? Like a little over 60 seconds? That's so frustrating. Because I got screwed by that stupid...
Good enough run at Camp Danzig could get you promoted to captain on the spot. The wilds ain't so scary now, are they? Know how Caelandia became the richest city in the world? 2 words. Point Lemaine.
Really?
If the wilds could ever be tamed, it was gonna happen right here. But now, the greatest outpost past the city line is nothing but a freak show. The army's triggers once had the place on lockdown. Kid might as well pick up where they left off.
I remember this gun.
Just like my fighting days. Gun like that can even put the wilds in check.
Oh, I forgot about this gun. I was thinking of this I was thinking that this gun was
Point Lemaine seen better
shotgun,
days
I
for
think.
sure, but it ain't done.
Using it with the shotgun, I think. There we go.
Whole place shudders in a fit. The grand rail of Point Lemaine. Not only is it still there, it still works. Of course, it's no longer shipping hides and alloys and spices, but it can give the kid a lift.
Okay, hold up. What did I miss something there? I know I missed something there.
Point Lemaine's grand rail once brought the riches of the wild right to our doorstep.
I've got the info on it.
Few places steeped in history and sweat so much as this. Point Lemaine.
Wait, did they seriously have different intros for each time? That's really dumb. How are, like... How the heck are people gonna...
If the wild could ever
Very
be
good.
tamed, it was gonna happen right here. But now, the greatest outpost past the city line is nothing but a freak show. The Army's triggers once had the place on lockdown. Kid might as well pick up where they left off. Blam! Just like my fighting days. Gun like that can even put the wilds in check. Point Lemaine seen better days for sure, but it ain't done.
It's also not the
Whole
most
place
original.
shudders in a fit.
I think
The
it's
grand rail of Point Lemaine. Not only is it still there, it still works.
It's definitely the
Of course,
cost
it's no longer shipping hides and alloys and spices, but it can give the kid a lift. Just as long as it can stay clear of the trouble on the tracks.
That's good.
The grand rail's all grown over with things the Calamity chewed up and spat out. Things eager to take back their turf.
Gross.
Kid don't let so much as one of those things slip by. Lunkheads settled in like they own the place.
Oh! Only 60? I got screwed out of 2 of those tonics there. I'm pretty mad about that.
Takes fancy footwork on the rail, what with wallflowers, coughing fungus everywhere. Only one way to cure a cough like that.
Hit me?
Place used to be closed off, but now it's split open like a rotten pineapple.
Pineapple, not pineapple. I was like, what? Pineapple. It's like Avatar.
Of course, the
Something's
Grand
wrong.
Rails seen much more fighting in bygone times. Near on 50 years ago, first shots fired in the Ura-Celandian War.
Oh man.
It was right here that Zolf's Ura forefathers decided to mix it up.
Missing, but okay. Oh, I need where whiskey buff. Really?
Celandia lost
Go
many good
fuck
men
yourself.
on the rail. Okay, so maybe we didn't get their sign-off on the whole Grand Rail thing. That was bad. Not much wiggle room up there near the rail. The rail must have shook the Ura to the bone down in those dens of theirs. Well, the rail won't last much longer now that the kid took the shard. It's still got one good run in store for it, though. All the rotten wood there on the rails turned it into swamp weed central. Ever tried dancing side to side while holding your breath? While shooting a genuine registered armored carbine? While choking on swamp weed? Few places steeped in history and sweat so much as this. Point Lemaine. If the wilds could ever be tamed, it was gonna happen right here. The Army's triggers once had the place on lockdown. Kid might as well pick up where they left off. Blam! Just like my fighting days. Gun like that can even put the wilds in check.
Is this the game? Is this where I learned what a carbine was? Like, really? And I was like, oh yes, it's a carbine's like a rifle, like a sniper rifle. Is that where? Is this where I...
Point Lemaine seen better days for sure, but it ain't done.
This is where I learned the word carbine, or at least had it like
Whole place shudders
put
in
on
a
my
fit.
map.
The Grand Rail of Point Lemaine. Not only is it still there,
Are you kidding me? Man, that is so aggressive and grabbing you. I just want to go to bed. I want to be done. I need to go to bed.
few places steeped in history and sweat so much as this.
Bastion
Point Lemaine.
Bastion is not
If
a
the
game.
wilds could ever be tamed, it was gonna happen right here.
Bastion is not a game.
But now, the greatest outpost past the city line is nothing but a freak show.
I don't remember that for some reason.
The Army's triggers once had the place on lockdown. Kid might as well pick up where they left off. Blam! Just like my fighting days. Gun like that can even put the wilds in check. Point Lemaine seen better days for sure, but it ain't done.
Bastion is definitely not a game that's like meant for binging. And from what I can tell, it's meant for playing in like 30-minute bursts, which is great actually. I think that's awesome that that's how the game's designed. Unfortunately, I keep setting myself up for really stupid situations where I'm like need to play the game for hours on end at a go.
Whole place shudders in a fit. The Grand Rail of Point Lemaine. Not only is it still there, it still works. Of course, it's no longer shipping hides and alloys and spices, but it can give the kid a lift. Just as long as he can stay clear of the trouble on the tracks. grand rails all grown over with things the Calamity chewed up and spat out. Things eager to take back their turf. Kid don't let so much as one of those things slip by. Lunkheads settled in like they own the place. Zelandia lost many good men on the rail. Not much wiggle room up there near the rail.
Those attack animations are awful. Their telegraphing is not there. Well, it's not that the telegraphing's not
Few
there.
places
It's
steeped in
like
history
their
and
animation
sweat
just
so much
doesn't
as
make
this.
sense. I don't remember what the
Point
first
Lemaine.
was that really what he said the first time I came here? I don't remember him saying. No, the first time I came here was like, I know how.
If the
Monday got
wilds
rich.
could ever be tamed, it was gonna happen right here.
I guess the game knows this is my
But
first
now,
time here.
the greatest outpost past the city line is nothing but a freak show. The Army's triggers once had the place on lockdown. Kid might as well pick up.
Fight
and
off!
hand off.
Nope.
Blam. Just like my fighting days. Gun like that can even put the wilds in check. Point Lemaine seen better days for sure, but it ain't done.
Crushed by. Minecart.
Whole place shudders in a fit. The grand rail of Point Lemaine. Not only is it still there, it still works.
Doesn't matter. I
Of
think
course,
I got
it's no
both.
longer shipping hides and alloys and spices, but it can give the kid a lift. Just as long as he can stay clear of the trouble on the tracks.
It's like late.
Grand rails all grown over with things the Calamity chewed up and spat out. Things eager to take back their turf. Kid don't let so much as one of those things slip by. Lunkheads settled in like they own the place.
I dodged. I think it's probably most irritable is like dodging their attacks, otherwise it just doesn't do anything.
Takes fancy footwork on the rail, what with wallflowers, coughing fungus everywhere.
I started a lunkhead. I don't think this was here the first time I came through here.
Place used to be closed off, but now it's split open like a rotten pineapple.
Bye, loser.
Of course, the Grand Rail's seen much more fighting in bygone times. Near on 50 years ago, first shots fired in the Ura-Celandian War. It was right here that Zulf's Ura forefathers decided to mix it up.
No! So dumb.
Okay, so maybe we didn't get their sign-off on the whole Grand Rail thing. That was bad. The rail must have shook the Ura to the bone down in those dens of theirs.
There was a tooltip going, hey, you know, these guys are actually subterranean. There's a...
Not much wiggle room up there near the rail.
Feeling like I got hit.
Well, the rail won't last much longer now that the kid took the shard. It's still got one good run in store for him, though. All the rotten wood there on the rails turned it into Swampweed Central. Ever tried dancing side to side while holding your breath? While shooting a genuine registered armored carbine? While choking on swampweed? While peggers trying to prick you in the eye?
Whatever he says.
Well, let me tell you, it ain't fun.
Very freaky looking plan.
But then, at last, it's the end of the line. Should have seen him tiptoe around those swamp weeds in his way. Turns out he's got company up at the rail station, waiting for him. Not just another wallflower or pincushion, mind you. At first, he thinks it's Zulf. Turns out he's wrong. This is for you, says the man. Then wham! When the kid comes to, the man's long gone, but something else is there. The only words kid recognizes on that parchment are for Zia.
Oh, it's from her father. Oh, it's from her father. Oh, it's from her father. Oh, people thoughts.
Well, what's a kid to do? He took the shard, he took the hit, and he took that note. That note cuts straight to the heart of things, don't it? Zolf's messenger was one of his people. Wonder just how many of them survived, and what exactly Zolf told him. I can barely believe he's come this far.
What?
Finding gourmet ingredients ain't easy these days, but we'll take what we can get.
It's a pot. What is, oh,
Kid arrives just in time to sample Zia's famous cooking. The note says it plain. Zia, go east to learn the truth about the calamity and our people. I'll be waiting. Sincerely, Zolf.
it's not her dad.
A hammer and an army carbine. When I was a fighting man, I used the very same.
Yeah, crappy loadout, to be honest. honest.
He wolfs down too much too fast, and it all goes to his head.
Oh dear.
I've said a lot about the kid, but he ain't the only one wrapped up in all this. What's he thinking? Well, let me see if I got this straight. I only heard it once. Once there was a normal Ura girl, but she wasn't born in the Tassel terminals like the rest of her people. She was from Ceylondia. Her folks were orphaned in the war, taken in and raised inside the city, on condition they would never return to the terminals.
Potentially generous, potentially nefarious from the city.
Ura refugees who came into the city had to stay for life. It was a way to reduce the risk of city secrets leaking out.
Carbines or quick shots up close.
The mama passed away from birthing complications, leaving the girl trapped inside that city with no one but her father. Her father was sharper than a brusher's pike, so he got a job working for the city's mancers. His daughter barely saw him. Her father told her nothing of her Ura heritage. He told her nothing of the mancers. It's for your own good, he said. She took to studying the arts, learned more through music than history books, gained a knack for strings and songs.
Oh, for frick's sake.
At first, she tried to be like other girls, but her classmates spread word that her father was an Ura trader, selling out the city. One young man stood up for her, or so he led her to believe. He knew much of her heritage, and she grew fond of him.
Oh, crap. Why is it still there? What? Excuse me? Roll.
The young man convinced her to take him to her family den to meet her father. Spoke of how he wanted to meet a man from the terminals.
The frickin' whatever the thistle drink is called, spine drink is called, is really paying dividends with this crap laid out.
When the young man greeted her father in the Ura's native language, her father flew into a fit of rage and threw them out. The young man never told her that the Ura's native language is not to be used by foreigners. To do so is a terrible insult.
These typical windbags or something, or like extra.
I dig my hole, you build a
That makes sense. The song makes a lot more sense now. Do windbags take more damage from the hammer?
It was then that she decided to escape. The two of them could flee the city together and go to the Tassel terminals.
Gonna build that city on a hill. Gonna build that city on a hill. Someday
Weird.
those tears
Oh, they're
are
trying to
gonna
hit me.
spill. So build that wall and build it strong, 'cause we'll be there
Yeah, still like late teens, sure, at the youngest. The person just calling them kids because of his age. Rock's just calling them kids because of his age.
Gonna build that wall up to the sky. day your bird is gonna fly.
They would hide inside a garbage bin until it got ingested by a scumbag, then let him slosh on out of the city for disposal.
Build that wall until it's done. But now you got so build that wall and build it strong, 'cause we'll be there before too long.
Lost my train of thought there.
Really? It was that bad?
Dig my hole, you build a wall. Dig my hole, you build a wall. One day that wall is gonna fall. Gonna build that city on a hill. Gonna build that city on a hill.
Her plan almost succeeded, but the authorities were already there when that scumbag sidled up to the city walls. The young man had sent the authorities a tip. Told him her father was using her to sell secrets to the Tazzle terminals.
I don't remember. Frick, that is heavy. Holy crap, that is such a... Wow.
She and her father were arrested for treason, but her father got a deal. Returned to work for the Mansers, and she'd go free. Before they parted ways for the last time, her father whispered a desperate plea. Hurry home to the den and lock yourself in.
No? Oh. is this just super intuitive timing, or is this like old muscle memory from playing
She
way
did
back
as she
in
was
the day?
told, and deep down underground inside that den, she found a journal written in her father's hand.
Whoa, how many?
The next day, the door to the den turned to ash. The girl came up for air, and she saw the calamity all around her. When the kid wakes up, his world's still in pieces, just the way he left it. It ain't too late to unlock the potential of this place. Just the occasion to crack open the distillery's private reserve.
Lifeline available. 5 in attack.
Takes a careful touch to rattle those bones like that.
Tracking critters. Both seek out foes.
You don't want to know what he did to that thing, but believe me, it works.
This is bigger now.
Finders keepers. The shards are getting harder to find. That's Trigger Hill, where the Army's elite became the finest marksmen in the land. Caelandia's army only took the best, and the best of them trained on Trigger Hill. The Triggers believed they were nothing without their rifles. Nothing beats the feel of shooting a Caelandian army carbine.
What? How did that miss?
Sometimes you had to take care to steady your shot. The Triggers had clearance to modify their guns however they chose. Some felt the course was too easy, so the Triggers spiced things up a bit. The kid ain't bad, but the Triggers were better. The hill's quite a bit steeper now that the Calamity's had its way. His ears must be ringing after all that shooting. If you want to master the art of the firearm, then the place to go is Trigger Hill.
What?
Sometimes you had to shoot from the hip. They had to keep moving to avoid getting burned.
That's like the exact inverse of the advice he gave last time when I shot that thing too far out and got the achievement. Right, if it's possible. I mean, it's gotta be a weird camera angle in order to get that achievement on like a normal mob. So I have to be 30 seconds. Holy. 35. Oh, I think that's definitely doable. I'm muffed up in the first ones. Just running out the rest of the dialogue lines.
Kid blows through that course like it was nothing.
Got it. The dynasty. The dynasty earned glory on the proving grounds. Earned first prize in the part of the proving grounds. Oh, let's go. I didn't see the pop up for any dynasty. The triggers shows surpassing skill with army carbine. Defeat a foe with a single power shot from extreme range. Glad it counted. Oh, there it is. Clear the dynasty. Sometimes I just leave trigger bullets.
The Ceylandian army would have recruited him in a flash. The Triggers, my brothers, bravest men I ever knew. The dynasty, to the families of the city, all reunited.